If you have ever come across the idea that you will deal with porn addiction for the rest of your life, this video is for you. From my early teens to my mid-20s, I struggled with an addiction to pornography, and during that time I came across the belief that an addict should accept that they will deal with or fight the addiction for the rest of their life. And that really bothered me, because I didn't want to live with addiction for the rest of my life. So today I want to talk about the cycle of porn addiction, how that relates to this idea that an addict will deal with addiction for life, and why I think that idea is total rubbish. See, most addicts experience some type of cycle with their addiction, and for each it's a little different. But for this video, we'll take a look at the cycle that I experienced. When I would view pornography, I would have a variety of emotions after. I might feel shame, depressed, hopeless, numb, or angry, and the list just goes on and on. At times, I would have an increase in willpower and would stop viewing. But as time would pass, I would have a buildup of stress, anxiety, boredom, depression, mixed with an onslaught of triggers until eventually I would lose willpower and I would view pornography again. The cycle happened over and over and over. And now imagine introducing the idea that an addict will deal with addiction for life. They picture this cycle, and they picture that cycle for the rest of their life. It just feels hopeless. That's just one of the reasons that I think that the idea is total rubbish. The other is that the reality of the situation is much different. It's much more hope-filled. See, the cycle of addiction is actually part of the solution if you have the correct perspective. If you look at each relapse as an opportunity to analyze your cycle and discover what's contributing to your addiction, the feeling goes from relapse and depression to relapse and progression. You are essentially running your own social science experiment on yourself. As you pinpoint what is contributing to your addiction, you can start to make changes to aid in your progression. Ultimately, you're going to start trying to rewire your bottom-up brain or your subconscious mind such that dealing with the addiction becomes a function of your subconscious mind rather than the conscious mind. It becomes intuitive and secondary rather than explicit and primary. So while there may be aspects of your addiction that you deal with for the rest of your life, it won't be the hopeless cycle of defeat that you may be experiencing now. If you have any questions or thoughts about this video, feel free to shoot us an email. I'll leave that in the description below. And if you like what you saw, feel free to subscribe.